Welcome back. You're watching Court TV. I'm Ted Rollins. Glad to have you along with us on this busy Wednesday. Jury selection in Broward County, Florida continues as prospective jurors are brought into the courtroom where Nikolas Cruz is at the defense table. They're looking for jurors that can put their feelings about the Parkland shooting behind them, knowing that the defendant is the same that is accused of that shooting. He is facing a battery charge in this case, but it's an important case that has implications moving towards his death penalty case, which is coming after this. Let's go back into the courtroom now. We were just discussing how the defendant was acting and why the prosecution hasn't brought it up. Apparently, they are bringing it up. Let's listen.
Whenever you're ready. We just observed that coloring pencils and a page for what appears to be a coloring book was just brought up for the defendant. We're objecting to that, Your Honor. We believe that that is something that they're doing so that the jury perceives that, he's a child or he has a, some kind of, his mentality is somehow challenged. We think that's inappropriate and we object to a coloring book page and coloring pencils being given, just provided to the defendant for him to use. Yesterday, he was writing down the names of the jurors and making notes on the one of these sheets that the court has provided us to use as a chart of jurors. He was very oriented apparently to what was happening, and now today we believe that the defense is trying to avoid the appearance of him participating in jury selection there.
Have you brought a coloring book and crayons for the defendant, Mr. Ehrman?
I have not, Judge. I have not brought them.
Somebody did that?
There are colored pencils. There's no coloring book. There are colored pencils here, and there's a...
I'm sorry, Mr. Ehrman, I can't hear you.
There's no coloring book, and there's no crayon.
I say coloring book. I said coloring. It's a page.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a purpose for that as far as assisting Mr. Cruz in keeping up with jury selection?
There's number one, he's not using it. It's just sitting there right now.
So why does it need to be sitting? What is the purpose of it?
Judge, I have a brief moment to respond appropriately. I just have a brief moment to confer.
About the purpose of the book and the crayons?
Confer with my fellow counsel.
Okay.
Okay, is this a defense strategy? Or they're going to confer and come up with a plan to talk to the judge about? Oh, apparently he's got a coloring page, at least in some colored pencils. Fonda Sargent, you were just talking about this. The prosecutor must have been reading your mind.
And I'm so pleased that she brought this up. I didn't realize that he had a coloring book and colored pencils. But I agree with the prosecutor. They're trying to infantilize him and make him appear as though he's much younger than he is. He's a full-grown man. He's 22 years old. This is a serious proceeding, and we have to have respect for this proceeding. And giving this grown man coloring pencils and a page from a coloring book or something to color as though he is checked out, he has no idea what's going on, is doing exactly what the prosecutor is saying that they're trying to do. And that is that he doesn't know what's going on. He's far more mentally unstable. I'm not saying that people of color are mentally unstable, but my point is in this case is that is what the defense is trying to do. They're pulling out all stops. I'm not mad at them about that, but it should not be allowed. The state is completely appropriate in their objection to this, and the court should take the coloring pencils away, should take the coloring page away. If he was taking notes yesterday, he can take notes today, or he can twiddle his thumbs. But to sit there like a small child and color while the adults are figuring out what's going on in this case is wholly inappropriate.
All right, let's see what the defense says.
And there is a concern if the media and the state is saying what he's writing. The state's now saying that we see him writing yesterday on the jury sheet. The state doesn't need to be concerned with what my client is writing and what notes he puts and what color pencils. I have multiple colored pencils here as well and pens. The state shouldn't be concerned with what he's writing or what I am writing.
I want to interrupt you for one moment. There was one news clipping that I saw. And the headline was something to the effect of Mr. Cruz is participating with his lawyers or concentrating or taking a role in jury selection, and I'm not quoting it. And you could see him and he was looking very closely at the paper, and he was writing. You could not see the paper, you could not see the writing, but everybody could see that, and that was a headline. So my question is, why does he need colored pencils and a drawing paper?
Judge, he's clearly upset. He's visibly upset right now. I'm trying to keep him calm during this trial, and the defense team is not doing this for any nefarious reasons. I'm trying to keep my client calm. He just asked for 2 minutes to himself. I said I will address that with the court in a moment, but I wanted to do this argument first. Judge, right now, there's nothing that he's doing. His hands are crossed. He's not drawing. He's not writing. There's
Okay,
nothing
so
going
as
on.
long as he's not coloring with crayons as if he's a child, that's fine. But that's not appropriate, because if he wants to take notes, that's fine. If he wants to sit there, that's fine. If he wants to participate, that's fine. If he wants to be quiet, that's fine. But as far as coloring pictures on a picture book, that does not assist him or you in selecting a fair and impartial jury. It gives an impression that he's a child.
Can I address something briefly in addition to...
Let's go one at a time. I'm first talking to Mr. Ehrman. I understand there are multiple lawyers, but when we're addressing a certain issue, I would appreciate if one lawyer could go at a time. It's hard for me when there's 2 or 3 lawyers that are jumping in. Mr. Ehrman, you haven't answered my question. Are there crayons or a coloring? Okay, the jail is telling me for security, he needs to be using the pen that's issued by the jail. So that solves
Show
it.
the court what was on the defense table.
Okay, that is not for him to use for security reasons. The jail says he only can use a pen, their pen.
I want the court to know that these are not crayons, they are colored pencils. When you say, there's no Crayola box here.
Okay,
Okay.
if those are being used by the lawyers to color code the witnesses, the jurors, that's fine. The jail is telling me for security reasons, there's 2 issues. One, he can only use the pen issued by the jail. I guess the jail issued him a pen. Is that right? Excuse me?
We will be issuing him a pen.
A pen. They have to issue the pen because it's gone through security. That's number 1. Number 2, there was a laptop that was stacked on top of books. It's down now, but it needs to remain down because the sheriff's office has brought to my attention that the folks that are in charge of viewing him at all times can't see him when that laptop is stacked up on top of a couple of books. So for security reasons, I would appreciate those 2 things being abided by, and we are ready for the next group.
I was unaware that a pen was issued by BSO.
I wasn't either. They just told me.
And in fact, Judge, yesterday we provided Mr. Cruz a pen here at the table. That happens daily in this courtroom, in this courthouse, with every defendant in this courthouse. That having been said, at this table, I understand we're all a little crowded. We're trying to do the best that we can. I'm trying very hard to not have my laptop open to the media. I'm trying to not have it open to the potential jurors. And so if your laptop was where it shouldn't have been, we're sorry.
That's okay. I'm just asking that for the reason that I stated, that you just please keep it on the table, on your lap. I'm happy to give you file folders if you want to put it on the side so no one can see. I can accommodate you in whatever way I can, but the security needs to be able to see Mr. Cruz. And if I didn't know about the pen, that's my fault. I'm the judge. I should have known that. They're telling me now. BSO is in charge of security, so he needs to use the pen that's provided to him.
So do they have one to provide him right now?
Here's one that's always on the table, and here is the pen. This is what I was given. He has one
It looks
here.
exactly like the one he's been using. Thank you.
That's what I left on there.
Do you want me to clarify?
Judge, I'm not trying to impede with
No,
BSO.
no, but you know what? This is the thing, we've been more than accommodating. That pen, yes, it's a normal pen. I'll give you that, for 1 pen, and then we can see at all times. Okay? It's for not only our security, but yours too.
I understand.
Okay?
But I'm saying that's
I mean,
what
we
he
can go
has. One pen.
sidebar and I will give you examples. of
Okay,
what-
all right, we don't have to go any further. Deputy, we're all good. Just if you have something that's not being followed by or abided by, let me know right away,
Yes.
because I will defer to BSO every time when it comes to security, unless it infringes on Mr. Cruz's constitutional rights, and we can always work it out. I'm not one of those judges that doesn't listen to BSO. I know better. I know you're in charge of security. I have no problem with that, and I will stand by what you feel you need to do for security reasons, okay?
Your Honor, thank you.
And I'm sorry about the pen. I should have known that.
We will have one issue tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Mr. Ehrman?
I just want to be, in no way am I trying to impede upon, I'm going to deal with BSO for.
I think
many
we're all good.
with-
Everybody is a little bit, you know, overwhelmed, not to, myself included, because this is sort of a large process as compared to perhaps another trial. And there's a lot of components, working components. Everyone yesterday did a wonderful job. I'm very impressed with the professionalism on everyone's part, including the sheriff, the public defender's office, the state attorney, the clerk's office, everybody. So, go ahead.
I thought you were done.
No, that's okay.
Judge, as we saw yesterday, as we saw again first thing this morning, there's clearly a number of jurors who come in that are crying and visibly upset. You asked about accommodations. I'm asking if the court would accommodate Mr. Cruz for 2 minutes to have some alone time to gather his thoughts for 2 minutes before we bring in the next panel.
You told me that it's been more than, it's been, okay.
Himself.
Okay, 2 minutes, not a problem. Sheriff's office, is that okay?
I have no problem with that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, 2-minute timeout for the defendant there, Nikolas Cruz. They have taken away the colored pencils from him and giving him a court-issued pen. We want to thank Alexandra Franco for her time this morning. We're going to step aside, take a break as we approach the top of the hour. More when we return. You're watching Court TV, your front row seat to justice.